Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is mid-February. Today we are going to attempt a wild camp in the forest, in my local forest. There is a yellow warning for rain in place for tonight. So I've got my sort of two-person tent, my MSR with me, which has done really well in rain before. So we'll just have to see how we get on. I also have a tarp with me, just to create a little bit of an awning, and also I'm going to attempt to make a little fire using my my new stick stove. So it might not work, but if it does, it would be wonderful to have a fire under a tarp under the rain. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. Stay tuned! Right, I've set up my tarp partially, and now I'm gonna set up my tent. It's proper raining, proper, but yeah, I think I've picked an area that's gonna stay dry, fingers crossed, and I've gone sort of in the direction of the wind, so that if I do manage to have a fire, it won't you know, go towards the tent. So yeah, that wasn't easy because I was trying to figure out the best configuration, and my tarp's just like not quite long enough for certain things. So yeah, we will see how it pans out. For now, I'm just gonna get bits out of the way and set up my tent so I can put my stuff in there. It's kind of downhill from the tarp, which is not what I wanted, but it's okay. If I open the tent door, like maybe attach it to that tree, it gives me a decent amount of space in there to make a little fire or to cook, or yeah, there's a natural kind of system here where the rain can drop off on the side. So not too bad. That was a bit of a pain to set up, not gonna lie. But yeah, we're here, we've done it, so that's what matters, right? Don't really know, I'm kind of regretting bringing my two-person tent. I feel like that was superfluous, but I'm sure I'll enjoy that later when I'm lying in it and I've got all that space. But yeah, there we go. For the time being, that is my setup for the night. It is just gone 5 PM, so just on time. Yeah, I better get my stuff inside the tent and start making a bit of a fire, maybe make a hot drink. Here it is again. So I've just shifted it over a little bit. There you go, so this is almost on the middle there. So it just kind of rolls off the back a little bit more rather than roll off the front of the tent, if that makes sense. I couldn't really secure this door properly because of the tree there. This tent is actually bigger than I remember it. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it's one that you have to set up the inner first, because I got a lot of the inner wet, but I did think of that, and I might, I've got a little cloth that I can use to wipe it, so yeah, shouldn't be a problem. This is going to be an extremely damp camp. I tried to wipe my tent as best as I could inside, so best I can do. Yeah, I reckon condensation will be insane tomorrow morning, but it's so nice to hear the rain and to actually be under it but sort of safe from it. It's lovely. Very glad to be out here, no matter what happens. Okay, it's just gone 6. Everything takes so much longer, like being out here, and you know, every sort of bit of activity feels like, okay, now this. Anyway, I'm all set up. I've changed into my night clothes. I'm wearing my down jacket under my fleece. I'm not going to wear my raincoat because it is absolutely drenched and it's GORE-TEX, so the pockets are like carrying water. And I actually had a bit of a scare earlier because I had some earphones on my phone in one of those pockets. So yeah, I've swiftly removed those, and the phone is fine. I don't know about the earphones, but yeah. Cool, so I don't know if I'm gonna attempt this fire thing. I don't know if I want to bother. I might try it. But yeah, I brought a couple of beers. I'm gonna crack one open now that I'm nice and warm, and yeah, see what I'm gonna be up to next. It is getting proper dark now. I don't think the GoPro would pick up on it anymore. But yeah, I'll show you around a bit more in the morning, just so you can enjoy the forest. Hopefully, the weather forecast says that the rain should ease off and then stop. I think it just drizzle then from about 3 AM onwards. So hopefully, until then, I don't get flooded. And yeah, we shall see how we go. So just to show you, I've got my bivvy bag again today, my outdoor research bivvy bag, my mountain equipment mat, and Exped sleeping bag. I'm also going to add a sleeping liner to it, so I should be absolutely fine. Warmth wise, it's just I want to try and keep this as dry as possible, because obviously the down loses its sort of heating properties if it gets wet. So yeah, that's going to be the main goal for tonight, is to keep this dry as much as possible. We have a Brewdog Hazy Jane Guava, which has been my favourite beer, I don't know, for at least a year, if not longer. I think since I first discovered it. It's so good. It's usually something I drink more in the summer, but I thought I would treat myself, you know? So I'm in quite a dip here, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge to not let this spill over. In efforts to light the fire, I'm going to attempt to use some King Alfred's cakes. These are these mushrooms that grow on, I think, dead elder trees, maybe? I'll have to double check that. And they hold an ember for a really long time apparently. So they're going to be used for that. I will admit to you that I don't know too well what I'm doing. It's been a while since I've actually made fire. So I've collected some bark, I've collected some small twigs, and I'm going to put these in first and try and get the kindling going. Yeah, and then we'll have more. I've got more kindling here, and I've got some bigger bits in there. I collected these in advance only because I knew it would be a very wet camp, so I thought I would dry them out a little bit at home. We'll see if it works or not. fire didn't work, but that's okay. I got got some fun play out of it, and I'm gonna sort of sit in the entrance of my tent, I think, and just make some dinner now. Yeah, that was a fun little epilogue with the fire and the failed fire, but that's okay. Yeah, pity for all that wood that I collected, but there we go. Cool. I'm still warm though, which is nice. My feet are getting a bit cold, but it's just, I mean, it's advantageous that, you know, that it is warm enough for me to be sat out here under the tarp. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this. It's very peaceful sitting under the tarp, just listening to the rain and just sort of going about my little bits and bobs. It's lovely. So tonight we're having Deme ramen tonkotsu pork flavoured noodles with some veggies and some tofu with wild garlic in it already. So this is looking to be a very, very nice meal. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. This tofu, right, is so good. I just had a piece, and I'm gonna have another one. It's so good. It's the brand is called Typhon. See? Typhon. Oh, I won't focus. I have to say the tarp is holding up really well. Since there's barely any wind. Yeah, it's good. It's so nice to come out here and just be quiet in the noise in a weird way, or find quiet in noise and sound. It's so nice. Kind of feels like the rain has just picked up a notch. Like it was kind of more chill for a bit, and now it's just kind of gone like, I'm here! I haven't forgotten you, rain. Tarp setup is working well. You probably can't see it unless I shine my light. There we go. Don't know if you can see anything, but it's working well anyway. You'll just have to take my word for it. I've put my seasoning in. I'm going to put the noodles in it in a second. And then I'm going to retreat to my tent, I think, just so I can kind of spread out a bit more. Yeah. So far, so good. It's lovely. It's peaceful. It's exactly what I needed. I don't know if all my noodles are going to fit in this. There isn't a lot of space. Have a look. Ooh. I'm just going to leave them on top and they can just kind of steam and hydrate that way instead of mixing them in and potentially creating a disaster. That's alright, they still fit, so that's good. So I used some cord to hang on the hooks in the tent, and yeah, I've just made my own just to hang out, just to hang the clothes that just to hang the clothes that sort of got wet that I wore to get here. It wasn't like a walk that was too far from where I live, because this is one of my nearest forests and stuff. Wow, this fringe is getting mad. So yeah, anyway, this is my first video of 2024 technically, as in the first one filmed in 2024, not the first one released. Yeah, I wanted to say thank you on like the response I got for my previous video, where I went into the western Brecon Beacons, the Black Mountain, and I talked a little bit about yeah, some things that affected me the last couple of years. So yeah, really appreciate it being like well received and just getting like feedback on it and stuff. Yeah, and we're on 600 plus subscribers now, which I know is like may not seem like a lot, but because I am, you know, I'm fairly inconsistent with YouTube. I don't upload that regularly. I understand that, you know, that's why it's not going up that fast. But yeah, I think I appreciate, you know, every single one of you, and I may start like a buy me a coffee or Patreon or something like that. Probably a buy me a coffee, just to kind of like dip my toes. Okay, here we go. The noodles have soaked up the water really nicely. I'm going to add some sriracha sauce, which I packaged off because I didn't want to carry the whole thing. Come on. It's not coming out properly. Doo-doo-doo. Anyway, you get the gist. Yummy! Fill my belly and keep me nice and warm tonight. I just checked the weather and it seems to say that it's actually not really going to stop until like 7-8 a.m. So yeah, all I'll say is I'm very grateful for streams and things that lead the water off into the deeper stream that's at the base of the valley, because the fear of flooding, you know, but no, it's good so far. I'm just sat on my on my sleeping bag because yeah, the bottom of the floor of the tent is still a bit sort of cold and damp, so yeah, that probably won't stop either, won't change. I love the sound of rain. I don't know what it is about it, and I know I've said it before and I'll say it again. Yeah, when you're kind of sheltered in the forest, you know that you've got trees around you that are, you know, that have roots and that are going to soak it up, and the ground around you isn't like, you know, super muddy. Like, it's actually quite solid here. So I feel really, you know, felt a bit unsure when I first came here, but it feels really nice. And I'm away from the path enough that I don't think anyone would see me, so yeah, it's good. chocolate. Yeah, it's after 10 now, it's maybe 10:30. So I think I'm gonna call it a night for now, guys. I will let you know if anything else exciting happens. But otherwise, I'll see you in the morning. Good night! It's just gone 3 AM and the rain is sort of picked up and I'm getting like the occasional sort of drops on my face or sort of like mist because of just how much condensation there is in the tent now. It's alright. I think I just worried a little bit when the rain started picking up again. It was lovely and peaceful earlier, sort of between midnight and 2ish. I was sort of half asleep, dozing, and I heard an owl multiple times, and it was really close, and it was really calling a lot and making its presence known, which was lovely. But yeah, this rain is quite loud now as well. Like, I don't know I can't tell if it's stronger than it was earlier before I went to bed or not. But yeah, I definitely felt that sort of amping up of the rain. I checked the weather forecast and it looks like it's going to be like this now until about 5-6 AM. So, yay! Might put my earplugs in, we'll see. It's very cozy in here. The sleeping bag is very warm and the bivvy bag is doing its job too. Morning, guys. The rain has finally eased off. It is 7:15, I think. Yeah, around about that. And I just went for just a mini little round. Just to show you the surroundings a little bit. I didn't manage to sleep much during that sort of rainfall between like 2 and 4 or 5 AM. It was a lot, or 3 and 5 AM I should say. Yeah, then I managed to kind of fall back to sleep. You would have heard some of the dawn chorus because it was wonderful. And yeah, I'm not gonna hang around too long. While I make a cup of coffee, I'm gonna get changed and start packing my things.
And then, yeah, I'm gonna slowly pack up. It's gonna take a while just because everything is wet. So my flat's gonna look like a bomb site later. But yeah. Yeah, it was a strange combo of comforting and then at times when the rain really picked up, sort of I was just a little bit more on edge, but nothing was budged. I've opened both sides of the tent to ventilate it. I didn't dare open the side that was fully exposed to the rain last night because, well, honestly, I didn't want to leave the shelter of the tarp, but also there would have been so much splashback from the rain that I don't know if it would have come in anyway, but anyway. Yeah. The inside of the tent is wet, in the bit that's the furthest away from me. But because I had the bivvy bag, it didn't bother me at all. I was actually too warm at times with the bivvy bag. I ended up taking off my down jacket, which makes sense given the outside temperature was warm enough that I would have been able to do without the bivvy bag. But I liked that extra security, and also it meant that it kept my sleeping bag dry, so that's really important. So yeah. Breakfast is served. That is it, you guys. I put everything away in my rucksack, which you can see here. I had borrowed a stone from further downstream to potentially put stuff on while I was cooking and whatnot, so I put that back, and yeah, as usual, leaving no trace. Don't know, that came out weird. If you liked this little video, please like it to help it out, and comment if you like, and consider subscribing if you like what I do. I'm still working on a video of the Lake District from last year, which will come out probably in 2 parts, so that's why it's just taking me a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm just super excited for this year and everything that it might bring. And this was yeah, my first wild camp of the year, and a wonderful one at that. And yeah, yellow weather warning didn't faze me really. I mean, there were times when I was a bit nervous, but being in the forest, I just felt a bit more sheltered from it, even if there aren't any leaves yet. Yeah. So anyway, I'll shush now, and if you liked the video, as usual, tell your friends, grandparents and pets, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!